I have been blessed with the ability to create. I've been a creative soul for as long as I can remember. My mother used to tell me that, or my father, one of my parents, used to say that I sang before I spoke, that I would sing these big words that I didn't know or didn't have in my natural vocabulary very early on in my life. At the beginning parts of my life, my youngest self knew that she was deeply powerful, deeply intelligent, and more than anything, she was deeply inquisitive. She wanted to know everything. Everything about us, everything about me, everything about the world, everything about the sounds that we heard when we walked across the street. She wanted to see. She was curious, deeply curious. As I grew up, that curiosity kept me alive. Kept me alive through bullying, family tearing apart. My curiosity became very people-centered. I became curious about psychology and the way that the brain worked, why it worked the way that it did. But my love for music, my love for setting an atmosphere, I feel like there's just something so beautiful about the way that performance and music sets an atmosphere. And I'm currently 27. At the age of 26, I rediscovered my art and allowed myself to really hold it in my body. And now I feel like I'm allowing myself to breathe in it, to dance with it, to be willing to be curious again. When I was in high school, I would write these stories. I was really focused on plays and musicals back then, before I actually, well, no, I'd gotten into the plays and musicals because of the fact that my English teacher, I believe 10th grade English teacher, had taken us on this really amazing trip, I think to see, it was either Kinky Boots or Once on an Island. And it was a program specific for high school students to go and see Broadway. And after that, I felt this deep desire. Granted, I had always loved musicals, but my musical space really had only been in, you know, what's it called? Like Disney. I was a Disney child. I was raised up on Disney princesses. And so my musicals were Disney princess musicals. And now I'm here. And I think to myself, why did you stop? When you were younger, why did you stop? And honestly, it's just because I didn't believe in myself. And at the time, I didn't believe the people who believed in me because the people who I wanted to believe in me didn't, because they didn't believe in themselves. The people who I craved approval from and validation from weren't able to give it to me because they could barely give it to themselves. And so I believed every compliment was a lie. And I decided to victimize myself. I instead got distracted and satiated then once again with humans and human drama. Falling in love. Trapping myself in fantasies and damaging realities. I did that for the entirety from, I would say, about 11th grade till 2023. The first time I had allowed myself to really get distracted by people was when I was very young. And in order to survive and in order to have friends, I felt like I had to be the person who solved people's issues. Like I said, I'm a very smart person. I'm very brilliant, and I'm grateful for my mind. So I chose to survive in the way I thought that was best, which was to placate people. That was when I was living in Florida for a couple of years. And then I found my love of reading again, my desire to discover literature, the way in which music could take me somewhere. I found it and I let it enwrap me, but I still wanted to be relevant to the people around me, even though they didn't like me. I wanted to feel cared for by others. And so I let myself get distracted again. Now you could say, you were a child. And you're correct. I was. But I am also a creature of habit. I'm starting to see clearly what my habits look like. And what tends to come in and distract me from being curious. I become curious in other people and not myself, seeking external validation rather than honoring my own curiosity and believing that that is enough. And so, in this season of my life, I know that I am going to make mistakes, that I'm going to fail. But in all of it, I will ask myself, how did it feel to be curious again? How did it feel to create How did it feel to be bold and put yourself out there again? Even thinking about it right now, my body feels light. If you cannot tell, I'm quite tired. My eyes have bags underneath them. I've been actively pushing myself, and I'm grateful for it. And I'm choosing to rest today. And this is a part of me resting, because I really wanted to talk this out. I love art. I love this world that we live in. I love the beauty that exists in a candle flame flickering besides me while I sleep. I love the touch of my own skin. I love the secure embrace of a friend. I love the sound of my grandmother's laughter. I love looking at my sisters and hearing about their dreams. And more than anything, I love how in everything I ask myself, why? How? What's this? Why is it making that sound? Where does it come from? What is it doing? It's a beautiful thing, honestly. It's a very, very beautiful thing. And I'm really excited for this year of one, because I am learning, and because I am moving from a space of curiosity. And from my curiosity, I create new realities that affirm every other version of me that was looking for external validation. Even this present one that still desires external validation. And maybe that's why I post videos and share my thoughts. And that's okay. It's okay to want to be seen and heard, but it's not okay to stop it when it doesn't come. It's not okay to quit on myself because no one else is watching. I see me, and I am beautiful. I see me, and I am amazing. I see me. I see me.